Hello, we have another mystery box. I have a bit of a habit of reviewing these mystery boxes on YouTube. Some of the most viewed videos on my channel are mystery box reviews from various places, and this is a Sam's Trains one. We have Merlin here looking at the mystery box with me and currently licking my face. So just go back a little bit, please, dog. So, Sam's Trains, big model hour YouTuber, 100-something thousand subscribers, pretty controversial, you would say. Says some things that people disagree with, a lot of things, and there's been sort of various bits and pieces. But this isn't about that. This is about this mystery box, which has apparently 8 various different items to do with a lot of the 3D printing and designing that he does, which is rather impressive. Irrespective of what it is you think about him in the norm or in the main. So I just thought we'd look at what comes in here. Now, these cost £20, so you can get the Rocket Rally's mystery boxes are capped at a price of £10. The Sawyer models do a £20 one, but I've never reviewed it. So for £20, I'm just interested to see what it is that you get in here for £20. I imagine a lot of children are going to request these, or going to have requested these from their parents for Christmas, because he predominantly has an audience of children. So will the children likely be impressed with this or not? I don't know. So well, I guess we'll have to see. So obviously various different bits and pieces in here. A certificate of death, something to do with reviewing, something to do with one of the wagons that he's done before, I think. I seem to remember they came with it, but that's sort of is what it is. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, a 3D printed wagon body is what that is, isn't it? It's what he did, a range of wagons that only had one axle and sort of balanced on them. But that's it's quite a nice print, actually. It's a lot better than anything I've 3D printed, or at least the clarity is. I'm not too sure what it is that would have been on there, but we have a coach body here that you could potentially Frankenstein something together. Now, I don't think this is perhaps as useless as this could be to other people as it is to me, because doing 009, you could make quite a nice little 009 coach out of that, I would imagine. So that's one of his balancing coach bodies. Again, it's quite a nice clear print. So that's what we've got here. A present, that's nice enough. That's quite a nice thing, isn't it? Just a big model of a present. Again, is this a wagon? I think this is the top of a wagon, isn't it? Which would have something, one of the things he's designed on there normally, and a chassis on the bottom. We've got accessory bags. Got some of the 3D printed NEM couplings he's got, which I'd be interested to see how good they are, and sort of wagon accessories. A sort of a copy and pasted thing, presumably from a main manufacturer, about choking and things like that. Oh, we've got 2 of those. There we go. There's various other things just sort of lobbed in here. We've got a large turkey. Or chicken breast. That is quite funny, actually, and I quite like that. And I don't know if that's been painted or if it's been printed in a filament that changed colour, but it looks more sort of cooked on the top. That's quite. I like that. I'm gonna say that I like this. I think I will do something with that. Oh, a wagon chassis, but it's for one of the balancing wagons. So that's what would sit on there like that, or one of those. Not sure if that's much use without the others. The whole point was they couldn't really balance on their own, but I'm sure I could do something with that. Got a smaller present. Nice. Oh, one of the Santa's sleighs. This is what he was most recently promoting in the same video that he mentioned, these sort of 3D prints. Not been painted. He did a sort of spray mask on them. But a sleigh, again, maybe that I can find a use for that. Another present of the same size, as the first one. What's we got in here? Is this a piano? Oh yes, it is, one of the 3D printed pianos. Again, I like this. That's quite a nice print of a piano. For my 009 layout, I'm sort of posing it's a bit of a museum. I might find a use for that. Is that it for the loose bits? Yeah, that's it for loose bits and pieces. So we've got 2 things in bubble wraps. Let's see what they are. Do you know what? I wanted this. I'm gonna go as far as to say that when I saw this in the video, I wanted that. It's a funeral wagon, so it's a big coffin on it. yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say other than the fact I quite like how that looks. It's just something that's a bit interesting and different. Rolls reasonably well, and it's got a bit of weight to it. I'm not entirely sure why or how. I'm just guessing it's just the wheels are heavy. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use one of those accessory bags to add the details to that. Another wagon here. Now, in his video where he said what you might get, there were a lot of there were some die-cast buses that he's clearly obviously got cheaply from somewhere. And I assumed, he said, oh, you might get one of these. I assumed, and evidently incorrectly, that you were going to get one of those and that everyone would have done. But no, so I'm quite impressed with that. And again, another wagon. This is one of the newest ones. This was a Santa's sleigh thing, I think, where the whole point was that sit on there and the present sitting there. But that is it's designed to be like an LNWR something carrier. But I like that. Again, that's quite nice. So it rolls quite well. This has got sort of pretend articulated couplings using the same thing that Hornby used to do in the 90s with the sort of the rod. So effectively, for my £20, I have two finished, we'll call them finished wagons. Obviously, the detail bags are there, so that's interesting. And then this stuff, aside from the parts that I find personally a bit amusing and a bit interestingly sized, like those, effectively, a lot of this stuff is scrap, which I think was the whole point. So I don't think that's a criticism. I think if you spent £20, knowing the cost that he sold that for, and just this wagon for, I don't think £20 for his mystery box is that bad. He's obviously used it to get rid of some of the things that he has. It's a really hard thing to gauge because I didn't know what this would have in it, or I knew what this would have in it, but I didn't know. This, I think, is probably a good one, looking at the amount of stuff he had. I think there are other ones that probably aren't as good. I mean, for me, these I like. I'll go as far as say I like these. I can find a use for the sleigh and the presents. Again, on my Inglenook, if I do a Christmas theme sort of, they're having a grotto day. It's a preserve railway, so that's fair enough. This stuff, maybe I could find a use for that, but I think really these bits and pieces are junk, frankly. And the certificate isn't really of anything of note. But yeah, £20 seems like a lot, but it's what value do you put on that? It is Sam'sTrains that has made this. Oh my! His hand touched this. Oh. I don't know. I'm not the most thrilled I've been when I got one of these mystery boxes, but I'm also not as disappointed as I perhaps thought I might be. So hopefully this will be a bit interesting. These sold out within about, I think I saw the video about half an hour after it went up, and they were pretty much all sold out then. I was able to get one, but there were 7 left in stock, and I think they were in 18 people's baskets when I ordered it, so unfortunately I've probably upset someone in ordering one of these and stolen it from a poor baby child who would get it as a Christmas present or as something. So yeah, if you did miss out on one and you wanted one, I have it, so sorry. I think this is interesting enough. I don't think that's I won't do. He calls things a rip-off a lot, doesn't he, Sam'sTrains? I don't think this is a rip-off. I think some of this stuff is a bit. I'm not sure how I would feel about if I brought this maybe for my child who was into the hobby and bugged me to get it. I brought this for a laugh. I mean, I have a job, so I can throw money at things if I want to. But if I wanted, if my child asked me to buy this for him and this is what I got, I don't know how I would feel about that. But this was a Sam'sTrains mystery box. I made a bit of a habit of reviewing mystery boxes, so not that you can buy one of these, but this is what you would have got and what you may get if you have one ordered. This was dispatched, I think, yesterday, so it's come straight away and it's going to be uploaded the same day that I've received it. So yeah, a nice mix of stuff, some more useful than others. This is what you can get this is what you might be getting if you ordered one of the Sam'sTrains mystery boxes. And if he does this again, which he may well do, I presume will get a similar mix of useful, nice looking, and not really anything stuff. So just a little quick one. We'll be back to doing more layout builds, and no one will watch them as they have been before. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed just looking at this stuff. Nice things, really. Those two, at least. Yeah, thank you.